Jó reggelt kívánok! Hogy vagy, jó? Start of a... Hmm. Now that's the start of another day. And somewhere around here I've got my biscotti. But, I slept like a baby. Oh, in case you're wondering, I decided to set up shop here in the little trailer. And I guess if I understood... if I understood the lady that owns this farm correctly, they were doing Airbnb for a while. And I think this was their, I think this trailer might have been their Airbnb accommodation. I'm not quite sure, but she said that I'm welcome. Said that I'm welcome to use it. Problem is that the internet. They've got a router over my left shoulder, and the internet doesn't work. I see the Wi-Fi signal. I get the Wi-Fi signal, but I just can't connect, and either on my phone or my laptop. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer, but I think I've got enough signal from my phone that I can tether my phone. And I think I'm just going to stay here today. Why wouldn't I? I've got just I mean, the spot is, you couldn't ask for a nicer spot. There's no Starbucks nearby, and I didn't see any Costco's rolling in, but we're kind of like in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing. I think the nearest store is about 10 miles away or something like that. So I could probably get some eggs from the chicken coop, maybe. I don't know if I could milk a goat, but I could probably get some eggs from the chicken coop. Anyway, it is it was quite a drive yesterday. Yesterday was one of the longer drives that I've done, probably in the last month or something like that. I think I can't say that I've done it. It was about a 9-hour drive yesterday, and not necessarily through the most scenic of areas as well. But here I sit in Idaho, and I haven't seen any potatoes yet. I haven't seen any potatoes or anything like that. But I used to live in Idaho. I lived in Idaho for about the better part of about 3 or 4 months. Back in the day, I must have been in my early 30s or late 20s. I was probably in my late 20s. But anyway, so I'm gonna just hang out here, not here, but in Sun Valley. I'm gonna hang out in this area for the week. I think until Friday. And I was looking at a map, and I've got a client. I've got actually three clients due north of here, and one is a little bit to the west, one is due north, and one's a little bit to the east, northeast. And when I was looking at the map yesterday, what a good plan might be to actually leave on Friday and head towards Boise, and maybe pamper myself in Boise with a hotel Friday and Saturday night or something, and then Sunday drive up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I've got a client up there, and maybe spend a week up in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, on the lake. He'll put me right on the lake up there, and then start my trip, headed east. But anyway, as far as the lonely thing that I was talking about yesterday, I'm no different than anybody else. Everybody gets lonely sometimes, and I'm no different. And I forget who it was yesterday that made the comment that if I would just settle down in one place, it would be easier for a woman to hold on to me. And, and I guess there's something to be said about that. But if I had to give up my lifestyle of traveling in order to have a woman, I don't think that I would do that. I don't think I'd give up, the freedom and the traveling for the sake of having a woman. But what I need is to find a woman who wants to travel with me, or doesn't mind, that I travel as I do. Just, honey, I'll wait for you. Come on back when you're when you're done traveling. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But anyway, I found myself thinking that maybe if I turned bisexual, then that would double my odds of meeting somebody, wouldn't it? I mean, it stands to reason. If I went both ways, then that would double the odds of me meeting somebody special. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not gonna go by anytime soon. Not that there's anything wrong with that, mind you. That's just not my cup of coffee, to say the very least. Hmm. But anyway, I need to get on with my day. I will show you, for those of you that haven't seen, I'll show you this little setup. Not a bad little setup. I mean, if you had to hang out for a little while, this isn't too bad of a setup. But I can show you turn this around here. So I'm just gonna hang out right here and do my work. You can see no internet right there, but I'm just gonna hang out and do my work for a little while here today. Maybe I'll venture into a store. I'm gonna help her with her Google business. So they've got a website. They have a they actually have a website, and I looked on their Google. Okay, little mishap. Sorry about that. Little mishap. I looked on their Google listing, and they haven't claimed. So I'm gonna, in exchange for the accommodations, I'm going to help them a little bit with their web stuff. But look at the view. It's rather breezy this morning. Temperature's probably in the upper 60s at the moment. I think I hear the rooster off in the distance. But it is nice. So anyway, with that being said, I hope everybody out there has a great day. Okay, take good care.